Hi boys and girls. Today I'm going to be talking about cause and effect structure again. This time I'm going to read a passage and show you how you guys are going to fill in this graphic organizer that you guys have in your booklets. So I'm going to read a little bit from this book about the Great Monkey Rescue. And I'm going to show you how to put in the pieces of the cause and effect. And we did talk about, cause is like an action and then these are the reactions, right? We already have done this exercise for 2 days, so this is the third day that now you're going to read a passage and you're going to fill in this graphic organizer in your booklet. So I'm just going to show you how to do this. So, almost gone forever. Golden lion tamarins live only in Brazil's Atlantic forest in South America. In the past, these monkeys had no problem finding a home territory. This rainforest once stretched all along the country's coastline. So much of this area has been cleared, though, that only a tiny fraction of the forest remains. There's very little left there. The Atlantic forest began shrinking long ago in the 1500s. At that time, Portuguese explorers cut trees to send Brazilian timber back to Europe. Later, some forest areas were cleared for plantations that grew sugarcane, coffee, and other crops. Many of these plantations failed and were then cleared to create cattle pastures. More of the forest was cut down to make way for roads, cities, and towns. Today, less than 10% of Brazil's Atlantic forest remains, and only parts of that area along the coast of Brazilian state Rio de Janeiro have just the right conditions for the golden lion tamarins. Tree by tree, the tamarins had lost their homes and their food supplies. So there's very little left for them to use. If you see that little box there, very tiny. So I'm going to show you how to input this information. So what is this all about? It's about the Brazilian rainforest and the territory that the tamarins can live in. So the cause is the Atlantic forest began to shrink long ago. Okay, what are the effects of this forest shrinking? Only a fraction of this forest remains. Tree by tree, the tamarins have lost their homes and food supply. Today, less than 10% of the forest remains. Where the tamarins call their home. Okay, so the shrinking of this forest has been over time, and as it continues to shrink for different reasons, right? Only a fraction of it remains. Tree by tree, the tamarins lose their homes and food supply. I'm just gonna add in loose. And today, less than 10% of the forest remains where the tamarins call their home. Right? So this is a big problem for the tamarins because this is the only forest that they live in. So the cause is that this forest has began to shrink a long time ago, and now it is affecting these poor tamarin monkeys. So you are going to do the same thing. There's a passage in the classwork about India. You're going to read the passage a couple of times, and then you're going to find kind of look for kind of a problem, okay? And look at what effect that problem has on India. I hope this helps. Have a great day, guys.